All right, so you guys leave past even far, and you continue towards Riverview. Takes you a while. I mean, the trip, going to Riverview is pretty uneventful. Takes a little while, but eventually you get there. Riverview is kind of a bigger town than even far, but not as big as Vailsburg or Vinny. Okay, so it's still a pretty small town actually. But it's centered on either side of a river with little boats passing back and forth. And there's a wall around the town. You get in about evening.
Do we have a full night's sleep on the journey here?
Yeah, you got another full night's sleep.
Okay. All right. Well, guys, do you want to? I mean, what time of day is it again, Neil? Sorry, I think you might have said
Evening.
that. All right. I'll just. I'm just gonna walk to the inn and say, see you guys tomorrow. Still have another town to go through before we reach Corbin. And go to sleep.
Okay.
Sounds good to me. Meow.
Okay. While you're hanging out, I mean, you guys do hang out at a bar or something, right? You don't just like walk in and go straight to sleep. You hear some of the local folk discussing things, and you ears pick up when you hear the word dragon mentioned.
Did you say dragon, sir?
Some guy looks over towards you and says, "Yeah."
Tell me your tales.
Kind of looks around and says, "You're not from around here. There's a swamp nearby.
Oh.
It's called the Blackwater Swamp, and it's always been a host to strange creatures, but lately folks have been saying there's been a dragon there."
Does the dragon scream?
In a girlish voice.
I mean, I'm sure he does. It's a fucking dragon. Of course they screech. Right? I mean, isn't that what dragons do? Screech, breathe fire, or acid, or whatever.
I shoot Brigger a look that says, "We almost fucking fought a dragon because of your ass."
Didn't turn out too bad. We fought a snake instead.
And I almost died.
I just wanted some Anaconda XP. That's all.
Oh god. So I guess I'll ask the person, like, has anyone seen this dragon, or is it just a tale or a legend?
Some people have seen him. I mean, it's a new thing. You know, legends are typically old, where people have been saying there's a dragon around these parts forever, but this is new. Some folks over in Caleb's Point saw it a while back, and now I've been hearing rumors from even far that they've seen it around there.
Great. Well, thank you, sir, for the story. Do you know if there's a reward or anything for the slaying of said dragon?
Well, I mean, no. Who would? This is news, man. This is just happening. No reward's been put out for it yet. Not to mention, what are you supposed to do against a dragon? I'm thinking about moving.
Where are you moving to?
It's nice this time of year.
I think you should go to Willowbrook. You know, they're just rebuilding. They've got a nice...
The fuck is Willowbrook?
It'd be like a nice town west of Vailsburg. You'll notice it when you get there. Lots of nice beer if you're into drinking and partying.
Wait a minute. Is Willowbrook that little town that got destroyed by ogres?
Yeah, but they're gone now. Don't worry about them. That's why it's in a rebuilding phase. You should go check it out.
Whatever, dude.
Oh god.
Okay, is there anything else you want to converse with these people in particular?
I have nothing.
No.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys go to sleep. Next day comes around. You head out. You're still 2 towns out from Corbin. I guess 1 town out.
Right.
And you keep walking. Eventually, you get to Corbin. It takes a couple more days. You pass through Drecknall, but you know it's just another town. Nothing too special about it right now. It's a really small farming town.
Drecknall is?
Drecknall, yeah, small farming town. Not a lot going on there. It looks pretty sleepy. Not even a wall around it. Just a little piece of shit town.
All right. By the way, can we have an update on where I am in my dictionary?
Sure, you're in the G section right now.
No luck?
No luck.
Okay. Just
Yeah.
checking in. Just checking in. All right, so
Is he literally just saying words as we walk? Just
In the evening, he sits down and reads the dictionary. Or, not while you're walking. He tried, but then he tripped over root one time and he got flustered and it's like, fuck it, I'm putting the dictionary away till later.
Exactly.
Yeah.
As he says words sometimes, I repeat them without opening my mouth.
All right, so we reach Corbin.
Okay, you reach Corbin. Corbin is a small little rural town, not a lot going on with it. It's kind of got a widespread, it's got a large population, but it's really spread out since it's mostly farming. Lots of crops, lots of farm animals, But there is a central part to town where the merchants gather and meet. But that's pretty much it. It's basically large farming area, center area, wide farming area with like a center merchant drinking temple section and like a very small local administrator, mayor dude.
All right. So I want to just address the party and ask, does anyone have any idea how we're going to do this? Are we just going to go approach the guy?
He is an old man. We could try to use Abigail to pervy him.
Do we know he's an old guy?
Well, I just assumed his name's Uncle.
Maybe he's Dalamer's uncle.
Maybe so.
he's somebody's uncle.
Yeah. We could pretend it's our uncle, or one of us.
All right. I think Vincent might have a good idea there.
I think Gregor should act like he's his uncle.
Uncle Orbis.
I think Abigail should go up and we'll start the pervy approach. We'll go one by one. We'll each have our own approach. Abigail, you start.
Oh, that's good.
Ryan, you can do your uncle bullshit. Well, I don't fucking care what happens to you, Breger. Go die.
I think we should go and see what kind of like entourage he has with him. I mean, if he's by himself,
Well, we can
don't
do that
really
from
need
afar.
any shenanigans. Yeah, let's just go scope it
Yeah,
out.
we should try to get
Let's
him to
come up
come
with them.
peacefully, though. Maybe we should make up an excuse. I don't know.
I believe the
Like
two elves should go by themselves and report. 'Cause
Yeah, let's do a scouting mission. See what he's got.
Sure.
keep in mind, don't go stand on top of a house because you are in a city. So just approach by walking by or something like that.
The,
Don't do anything
Yeah,
drastic.
thanks, Go. I would have jumped from
Blend in.
Blend in. All right.
roof to
Yeah.
roof.
Exactly. All right.
Okay. So, you guys pull into town, walk through some farming area until you get to the actual center of town. What do?
You want to ask around for Uncle Lourdes? Our dear uncle.
Who do you ask? And
I
who does
just
the asking?
asked Gregor if he wants to ask around.
Yeah, I think we should go to a bar and ask a bartender where
Sure.
he lives.
Let's do that.
Okay. It's mid-afternoon, so you pull into the bar, and there's a bartender, kind of a middle-aged guy, well-muscled, standing behind his bar, wiping out some mugs, and he says, "Oh, travelers, we don't get you guys very often around here."
I order a drink.
He
Same.
gives you a drink. He gives you a drink as well.
Thank you.
I say, so, what do you know about Oris? Uncle Oris.
Uncle Oris, you guys here for something?
Yeah, we just... we're just looking for him.
Well, he should be over at the temple.
Okay.
What do you?
Yeah.
What's your business with Uncle Oris?
Well, I heard that he's a priest, and I
Not just a
actually...
priest.
Right. He's actually a very high or good priest.
Yeah.
And,
He has a lot of XP and levels.
right. No, I actually was weakened by Wraith, and I was gonna go see him see if he could help me restore my strength.
Well, Uncle Oris is the guy you'd be looking for. That's a good man. He came to this town because there was a sickness coming through here. He just about cured up everyone that was ill. Didn't ask for anything in return either.
Awesome. Well, it sounds like that's exactly the guy we're looking for.
Yeah, we should head over to the temple. Just he looks a little funny, you know. Be nice to him. He's a good guy.
Okay.
Okay.
So, drink my drink and leave the bar. Meet back
Thank
up.
you.
Jeff and Tuttagub, where were you during this?
You mean
Drinking
what were
apple
we-
juice, I would imagine. at
Okay,
the-
you guys were there with him.
Yeah.
Okay. Bregor leaves. Jen leaves. Vincent and Tuttagub, you leave.
Well,
Sure.
are you guys going to go talk to them or talk to him, or are you going to do more scouting? 'Cause so far, you haven't done any scouting, but talked.
Well,
We-
we found out where he lives.
And
It
we
sounds
have an
like-
excuse.
I don't
Yeah.
think we should all approach at the same time. I think we should at least go in one by one, so we have multiple chances of coercing this guy into come back to Velsburg with us.
Okay.
Well, here's what I think. The bartender said he's a really nice guy. Apparently, everybody really likes him, and he
Look.
doesn't seem like the type of guy who is going to be threatened if we all approach, especially if we approach under the guise of restoring my strength.
Breger, I'm
No.
sure he's the nicest guy in the world. Brightblade was a paladin. As soon as we mentioned Dalamar, shit went bad.
We don't have to mention Dalamar.
But how are we? So what's the
What
story?
if we say there's a plague in the town where Dalamar is?
I'm sure he would know about it. It's like the center town of this region.
Well, nearby. What about Willowbrook?
He might have heard the stories.
We probably didn't.
I don't know. I think go in one by one, and instead of just following each other, let's see what he tells the first person that goes in, and then we'll figure something out.
Won't it be weird if 4 people go in like 15 minutes apart with all different stories trying to lead them to the same place?
No?
I
Oh.
think honestly that if we go in there and we tell him we're here to try and return my strength that was sapped by a wraith, and this is my party that was with me as we were fighting the wraith, and we can just abduct him if he's by himself.
Wraiths
Well,
aren't really too common of a
We
thing,
should-
man. I think he will know.
We don't want to hurt him, so if we what if we can't abduct him like peacefully.
I think the angle we should take is to try to get him to come back with us first before we skip to the abduction part.
Okay.
All right.
Well, we can try that, and if he says no, then that can be our plan B.
All right.
Yeah.
You guys can go in. I'm going to wait outside, so if plan A fails, then we have a
No.
separate story to go with. Which is
Okay,
whatever
what if
story
we
I
go
go in
in
with.
just Gregor and I, and we go with the raid story, and you guys go with the plague story
Well,
of Willowbrook.
look, you guys go do your thing, and then come back and talk to us and tell us what happened. We're not just going to be like, Hermdadome, we're not friends with these two. Hello. So go talk to them, come back to us, and we'll go from there.
All right, let's go in, Brogor.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, so you guys head in. Do we want to take a quick break now, or do we want to?
It's only been
This is
about
kind of-
45 minutes. We're good.
Okay, cool. So you guys head in. Which two of you head in?
Abigail and Breger.
Right, Abigail and Brigger. You guys head in. You walk in, and there's this hunchback guy who's probably only like 5'3", 5'4", kind of like hunched over, walking towards you guys down the pews.
So he's kind of like the alchemist.
kind of was the alchemist hunchback.
Except this guy's alive.
Boom.
Was the alchemist a hunchback?
I don't
think
know,
so.
but he was really fucking ugly.
Yeah, the alchemist was just ugly. He just rolled like a 4 for charisma. This guy's like legitimately like hunchback over here, just kind of slobbering it all in front of his mouth.
He's kind of like the alchemist.
Yeah. He walks up to you and guys, hey, you, what's going on, guys?
Uncle Oris, I presume.
No, my name's Uncle Oris.
Uncle Oris.
Oris.
We are travelers through this town. I asked
this
the
voice up,
bartender
Neil.
where I could find you, and he mentioned that you were prone to acts of charity.
Aww.
See?
My elf friend here and I encountered a wraith in a crypt that we were in, and it severely weakened me. I'm wondering if you can help to return my strength.
Maybe, but probably not.
Could you try?
Geez.
I would greatly appreciate it if you could.
Well, tell me about yourself. What's your name, elf friend?
As I'm as I'm talking to him, I look around the room. Is there anybody else there, or is it just him?
Yeah, there's a family of 6 over in one set of pews
Okay.
praying. But other than that, it's kind of empty.
I am an adventurer with my elf friend here. We go around mainly doing as many acts of kindness as we can.
Mainly.
Yes, mainly.
Kill a couple people every now and then.
I leave out the, certain details.
Yeah, something about
Uh-huh.
Hydra, something about
but
ogres.
I tell him about the ogres we ran off in what city was it, Abigail?
Willowbrook.
Willowbrook, and I told him about the
And-
Hydra we killed and the.
And we're
giant-
trying to rebuild Willowbrook, actually.
Mhm.
But there's a... yeah.
See, how long ago were you hit by a race?
3 weeks ago.
I'm sorry, I don't think I can do anything to help you.
Has
It's
it
one of
been-
those things that if you don't get it done soon enough, it just stays.
Is there anyone that would be able to help me, or?
You shake his head.
I'm too
No, I'm
late.
sorry.
Oh.
Hmm.
But if you want, you can stay here, and these people are good folks. You can help them starve if you're afraid of the race again.
I don't think we'll be traveling into any more crypts anytime soon.
Okay.
So, can you explain to me? So we're in a church, and there's just a random family in there.
Yeah, it's a family there, and they're praying.
Okay, and that's all that's in there.
Well, I mean, it's all the other people that are in there that you see currently.
Okay, I'm just going to thank you, Oris, for attempting to help me anyway. And I go to the opposite side of the aisle of the family, and I'll just start acting like I'm praying. I'm basically waiting
Yeah.
for them to leave, but
You pretend to pray.
pretend.
You don't bother praying.
right.
Okay. I like
I
how you make that
actually sit-
distinction.
I go next to him and I do all the motions.
Okay, so you're over there. Gregor's pretending to pray. Abigail's like, how do I... motions, I don't know
Playing
what to do.
patty cake with a kid in front of her that's imaginary.
Yeah. So she's pretending to pray too, but not as well. What about the you two, Vincent and Tuttigub?
How long has passed since they've left?
You guys have waited 15 minutes at some point. You know. How long do you wait till you go in?
Well, I'll just ask Vincent. Vincent, how should we just go? Like, we sent those 2 idiots off without a plan. I'm sure they're not going to be coming back anytime soon.
Yeah. We want to give our shot now, is that what you're saying?
I'm just, I don't know what to do. Like, I really wish those 2 would have came back and told us something.
And you just walk in and find us.
We've been converted.
I mean, what story do you want to go with here, Vincent?
I don't know. I'm not really built for persuading people to... I don't know.
Should we just go up and tell them the real deal?
No. No, definitely not that. I would just say he's needed at that town, man.
At
guess.
Vailsburg?
Yeah. And we're here to escort him on command of you know,
The
the
mayor?
mayor or some shit. Yeah.
Do you want to try to use the princehood as persuasion?
I mean, I guess I'm already doing something I don't want to be doing, I suppose.
All right. I'll serve as. You can introduce me as your bodyguard. How about that?
Okay.
Okay. You do all the talking. He won't take kindly to my. He'll see that I am a priestly man, but aside from that, it won't go well.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna go in and approach him, I suppose.
Before we go in, do I notice what like god he would possibly worship by any symbols outside or anything like that?
You see wrapped around his neck a talisman of God John, the god of corn. Well, the god of crops, but mostly corn.
Okay.
Just like Willowbrook.
All right.
Yeah, most farming communities prefer John as their god.
Perfect. All right. Kind of nudge Vincent. He's staring at you and trolling.
All right. Hello, priest.
Uncle Oris walks up, giant hunchback. Probably if you stood full up, he'd be like 5'9", 5'10", whatever. But because of the hunchback, he's only actually like 5'4". Say, hi, and he's got to like look up to see you. Hello, how are you doing?
We're doing good. You've done great deeds here helping fight the plague, but we are under orders to escort you back to Valesburg as you are needed there as another plague has arisen.
Whose orders?
The mayor. He knows that you are a great healer and his people are dying, so we need you to come with us.
Oh. Well, you don't think I don't think the mayor of Valesburg can order me around, but I'd like to try and help out. What's the nature of the disease?
The nature of the disease, you said?
Yes.
The people are being treated in a tower right now, so they've kept us away from it just because it could be contagious, but what I've heard is that death sits in not much more than a week after contracting the disease, and it's a fever of sorts, I believe.
You're serious.
It's pretty serious.
You
And we
say they
understand we
locked all
can't
the
order
sick
you, but...
people in the shower?
What's that?
You say you locked all the sick people in the shower?
No, they don't lock them there. They take them there for treatment so that they don't... They're trying to fight back the infection and stop people from dying.
You're doing the right thing. You just gotta keep the sick people away from the healthy people, and then the disease won't spread so much.
If payment is needed, we can pay you to come with us, but people are dying, and we've been asked to bring you. Obviously, we're not going to force you, but if you could come with us, you would be saving lives that are needed, and we'll protect you along the way, of course.
Okay, I can help you guys. Just let me finish my stuff up here. I'll take only a couple more days, and then I can come.
Thank you, sir. We'll be in town, and we'll come back to you in a couple days.
Okay. JP, did you walk in with him?
Yep. I just didn't say anything. I stood next to him with my arms crossed.
He tries to crane his neck up to see you, but he can't actually tilt his neck far enough back. And he goes, "Your friend's really tall. I've never met someone that tall before, and I once met a minotaur."
Yes, he's very tall and round, but he's a friendly giant. All right. Well, thank you, and we'll be back to see you in a couple days, sir.
All right, he goes about his business. What do you do?
Tugabutt, can you round up the frickin' elves and let's get out of here?
Are they still in? If I look around, are they still over there praying?
Yep.
I kind of look at Vincent and shake my head as if I'm saying no, and I walk out. And then as soon as we get outside, I'm like, we can't be with them if this guy's going to be with us, because who knows what they just told him.
That's why I asked you to get them so we could ask about it.
But I don't want to go over there and just be like, "Hey, come on, friends." They'll make their way back. They saw us leave. We're okay. Let's go back, and then we'll talk.
Sure.
Okay. So I guess we'll go back over to the bar.
So I decide I pray until Gregor is done praying. And I kind of stay there when he gets, until he gets up, I just stay there. It's kind of a contest for me.
Okay.
I try to pray better.
Well, I'm not even praying at all. I'm just sitting there. Okay, so eventually I stay the appropriate amount of time after Tuttigub and Vincent leave, and I act like I'm done praying. I'll do a Hail Mary, and then I stand up and start making my way out.
I do the same, but I also do this in sign of victory. And I leave.
You high five.
I'd like to come back every day to go pray for that same amount of time.
Okay.
All right, so what'd you guys
spend a
tell
lot
him?
of
And I prefer ferret. Just saying.
She's saying ferret, Neil.
Ferret.
Yeah,
Right.
I speak Canadian English sometimes.
No, it's not Canadian. It's
I speak French Canadian English.
French Canadian. Yes,
Okay.
Franglish.
I
they
prefer
call it.
high-fiving ferrets.
Okay. So what do you guys actually say
To who?
to?
Uncle Oris?
No, weren't you guys going to talk to Jeff and JP?
Oh, okay. So yeah, we get back to the bar
That's
wherever
like
we're
my
at.
prayer for the ferret.
I asked Uncle Oris if he could heal me or if he could restore my strength. He said it's been too long, and we didn't really. I was going to wait until this family left, just in case we needed to abduct him. But I overheard what you guys were saying, and it sounds like he's going to come willingly.
Okay, so you didn't actually tell him. You just asked for a heal thing, so it's no big deal if you're a part of this group with us as we go back, I guess.
I think he doesn't realize that we're a part of the group, but I don't think it will be a problem.
Okay.
And I've been praying every day, man.
It'll only raise questions. I don't see the bad part of it, of you guys just traveling behind us.
We can do that. We can just watch you guys from afar.
I mean, you are obviously a tracker by trade, and
Very
both of
stealthy.
you, both of you could keep up with us without being seen.
I
just-
agree. I think that's a safer move.
I just don't want to fuck this up and have him be
Question
suspicious
us.
as to why these
Yeah.
two elves went to him with another story and why we didn't join them.
Okay. We will follow behind the
Okay.
caravan or
Well,
whatever you
he needs a couple days before he's ready. So, outside of the inn, we don't know you. Don't mention us, and we won't mention you.
Okay.
All right.
Except
Actually,
the revision I would make is you travel in front of us. That
Mm.
way, if you run into trouble, you guys can either deal with it or alert us to the trouble, as opposed to while we're protecting this VIP, we run into trouble and all of a sudden.
Alright, sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah, we can even warn Dalamar getting ready.
Well,
And
we're
you
just
got-
gonna walk this guy in the tower.
You guys
Well,
could,
I know, but
if you do need help, address us as fellow travelers. We're not your friends. Let's try to play this as best as possible if you do end up needing our help.
Absolutely.
sounds good.
alright.
Sounds good.
Okay. So yeah, we got a couple days to kill in town.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's nothing I want to do. It's just a simple farm town, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's some merchants and stuff, but there's nothing fancy.
All right. Yeah, I don't need to do anything. Recoup my terrible near-death experience the prior days.
Okay. So, a few days pass, and eventually Uncle Oris shows up at the tavern.
Do we want to break real quick before we do this?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, we actually could. We could do that right now.
that'd be cool.
Sounds like a good breaking time. So this is hour 2. Since it is on a Tuesday, a weeknight, the next hour will be the final one. So when we come back, we'll have more role play then. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you guys in just about 3 minutes.